Hello, we're going to do something a little bit different today, and we're going to look at
a standing backflip.
Now, I have to admit I haven't done one of these in a really long time, so this was just giving it a go because I was doing some filming for a beginners only gymnastics program to create foundations. If you ever want to get better at gymnastics, you have to have a foundation, and this program is going to be the thing that you need because it's 5 days a week. Morning and evening at home, and then 3 days a week you're going to be doing stuff in the gym, very light, so it's not obvious that you're working on stuff. It's going to make it so it's not so awkward. Anyway, let's get back to that backflip. So I hadn't done one in a while and I was doing some filming, so I just went ahead and I gave it a go. So it's not my best work, but here's how it goes. Now here's the whole backflip. Bloop. We're going to talk about how to make this thing happen. What are the physics behind it, and what is exactly happening that made this so bad? Okay, so there we go. We got a little hop forward. So you can see I go ahead and step up with my arm swing, and there's going to be a little bit of a pause here if I did this right. Right there, there's a pause. That's when my hands are the highest. I get a stretch in the front of my shoulder, and then I dip my shoulders down right there, and then I have another pause because you can see the hands are still high, and I'm loading up the jump. The hands start building up speed. Now, right now, in this video, my arms are coming up with a lot of speed, and you can see I still have the maximum amount of bend in my knees. So having that, everything loaded up right there, I'm ready to go upward north, and my arms are going up also. Now, keep in mind that when the arms are swinging, that the arms swing through, and they are building speed, but they're also building pressure. And you're gonna see in just a little bit, I have a little mistake. I should have swung my arms a little bit harder, but what I mean by pressure is it's centrifugal force, so it's linear momentum, swinging through. As the arm comes across the bottom, it's pulling my shoulder down, and I'm pressing with my legs up against the ground to try to make sure that my arms don't make me collapse because my biceps are so big. And then once my arms start coming up, they're going up against gravity. They're going to keep going up that way, and now we've got momentum going up against gravity. That's a good direction for momentum to go if you're trying to stay up in the air. Moving on. Okay, so there's the pause. And now the release. Once my arms are up there, you can see my fingers are actually clear in the picture. And what that means is that the hands actually stopped. So even the camera could see every little line inside my finger joint there. And that means that my arms that were going over that way so fast, they stopped. And that's actually what causes the opposite end of my body to start rotating. So my shoulders go back and they take a bunch of speed with it, but because I stopped my arms from swinging over so fast, the reaction is my lower body comes up toward my upper body because I snap like a GHD sit-up. If you ever done a bunch of fast GHD sit-ups, this feels exactly the same. And from this position, I go ahead and pull my knees in toward my chest. You can see my hands go that direction. Now I replay this a couple times because if I swung my arms fast enough, my arms shouldn't actually go toward my knee. They should stay up in the air. So that means that my arms momentum was not equal or greater than the momentum that my legs needed to get up and over the top. Sounds complicated, but basically it's a fight. If my arms were going over really, really fast and they were really heavy and there was a bunch of mass and momentum behind them, they would continue going that way, and then they would snap my legs even faster. So they would pull my legs over because my arms weren't swinging quite as far, even though my arms are absolutely massive. If I had more mass and momentum in my arms, when I got up to that position where I was really reaching, I wanted to pull them back down, my arms would stay absolutely still, and then my lower body would snap up faster. That's what the reaction would be, providing my low abs could snap that fast. All that being said, I go back and forth so you can see, and then I grab, and look, I grab kind of like below the knee. That's not a very tight tuck. I'm not rotating very fast. Just for the record, if you ever watch people doing ice skating and they're spinning around with their arms out, wee, having a good time, and then they pull their arms in, what happens? they rotate faster. So this is kind of the same situation. You get your whole body rotating as a big giant piece, and then when you pull into a tuck position, you're supposed to rotate faster. I didn't pull into a very tight tuck. I can see that now. My back's pretty flat, and I also let my head back. That's a little gymnastics no-no, but if you're not doing gymnastics, you're doing a backflip, and everybody thinks it's fucking cool anyway. So once you get in this position, you just want to be a little bit tighter, and you can see I'm spotting the ground. That's not necessary, but it's a good practice if you want to see what you're going to land on or not land on. And then we're going to go ahead and drop down. You can see right here, my hips are in front of my toes, and so my momentum, unless it was going backward, is probably going to leave me leaning forward, which this shows right now. And then the result is I'm going to have to do a little hop forward right there. That's the backflip. I hope you guys really learned how to do this now. Go out and try it on your own. Just kidding.